You seem uncomfortable. Do it make you nervous, Corky?
No.
Thirsty, maybe.
Curious, maybe.
That's funny. I'm feeling a little bit curious myself.
Scientific principles require us to disregard the emotional need to project humanity onto things that are not human. We care about us, but existence itself doesn't. And we treat other intelligent life horribly. Horribly. Why shouldn't we expect the same if it gets the upper hand?
Welcome to Pleasers.
And Punishers.
Where we talk about movies people love to watch.
Movies that ruin your today, tomorrow, and yesterday.
And all things kinky and queer.
I'm Caitlin of the North.
I'm May, as American as a Happy Meal, Schultz.
And I'm... Oh boy, I didn't even remember to add a line here. I'm Amanda Jane Stern. It's been a day.
I'm your techno guy, Amanda Jane Stern.
Leave it as that. No, you know what? I'm making VR porn. I'm Amanda Jane Stern.
There we go.
The lovers will get that.
Have you ever watched VR porn, like,
No.
just on a phone? It's so weird because, like, without the headset, everything is just this weird angle. And I'm like, I don't think I
Honestly?
would enjoy this even if I had a VR headset.
No, because I feel like I'd be wearing something and I'd be uncomfortable and be like, I would like to be naked for this. I don't...
I know someone who entered some rooms with the headset that was VR porn, and he was just like, it was fucking weird. He was like, it was so weird. He was like, I did it because my girlfriend, now wife, I mean, she knew this is not a big thing. He's like, she was out of town, and I was kind of like, why not? Why not try this out? Then he was like,
Yeah, just...
no, weird.
Well, what are we talking about today, Caitlin?
Well, what aren't we going to talk about
Perfectly
today?
good moment.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, God.
I mean, I was going to say that we're discussing welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we'll find you acting on your... Ooh, I fucked that up. So, welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. Because it's 1985. Woo! There's a lot going on here because it's... Okay, because it's VHS. 1985! I forgot that first part. That was very, very important. It's Anthology August, everyone. So guess what? This was directed and written by a shit ton of people. So this one we have directed and written by Mike P. Nelson for No Wake and Ambrosia. Gigi Salguero for God of Death. Natasha Kermani for Techno God, which was written by Zoe Cooper, and then Amanda's favorite, Scott Derrickson for Dreamkill, co-written by C. Robert Cargill, and then rounding all of this out with David Bruckner, whose Hellraiser 2022 we have covered, with Total Copy, written by Evan Dixon, and starring a whole bunch of people, so I'm not going to read everyone's name. I'm sorry.
It's true. And with a movie this big, we were hoping for another camera operator, but it appears that she's been sacrificed to the god Mictlan, so unfortunately, Alison Regal will not be joining us. And I see there's a note here. I'm sick. I thought you were going to say boo, you whore.
Oh, boo, you whore would have been correct. And I'll, I'm sick. Wait.
Boo, you whore. There we go. Okay, so did your family have a video camera when you were a kid?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, we did.
Do you have a lot of old home movies?
No. Not anymore. I don't think so. Okay, so my mom might, but my parents got divorced, so there's definitely the split of where did some things end up, so I have no idea.
What about you, Caitlin?
Maybe same. I feel like my dad was way more into like the technology parts of things. My mom was not as interested in like video cameras. My parents are also divorced, so we definitely had a video camera. We absolutely used to have to, when we went to my grandparents' place, watch said videos for a while, particularly if it was around the holidays. But I don't know where any of that ended up in the slightest. We did used to just like make weird videos, my sister and I, or myself and my friends, or one of my favorite other things was tape recording ourselves and our log.
I had a tape recorder that I'd carry around with me in my purse.
Amazing. Ours
I
were
thought I
like,
could get people on like secret recording. And by the way, New York is a one-party consent state, so.
oh, see, and Washington, you too.
New York is one, and I was certainly consenting to record.
I was certainly consenting. I was gonna say we were just like taping our Barbie's adventures into lesbianism because we had no Ken and we didn't need one.
I like how you taped your Barbie lesbian porn. I didn't tape
Oh,
it. Those shows were not for anyone else to watch.
We had like we always had like full on detective stories that were going on. There were mysteries happening. We were very interested in their day-to-day lives. There was a
Caitlin,
lot
you and I would have
happening.
been such chaotic friends as children.
Oh boy. My dad used to set up the video camera on a tripod
Oh my
when
God.
we were opening Christmas presents every year until I think I was 12.
Wow.
And I don't know what the process here was, but like my parents had a video camera starting when I was like really little, like probably before I was born, actually. No, I know it was before I was born because they have video that I've seen of their trip to Jamaica from right before they got pregnant with me. And they have a series of VHS tapes with, you know, labels on them that were made with like a label maker that say my dead name on them. Like dead name
did
part
not.
1, dead name part 2.
There was no label maker. It was handwritten.
Yes,
Well,
like,
most of our like taped off the TV tapes were handwritten, but these had label maker on them because I guess they were important. But it's like anything from my birthday parties to like other family functions, and I mean I have not looked at those in probably almost 30 years, and I don't have access to them anymore, so I wouldn't want to anyway. I was a very energetic kid with a very, very squeaky voice. But I also, especially when I was around like 10, I would use the video camera and I would make like music videos for songs that I like. I specifically remember making one for a Hanson song. Where my stuffed animal of Furball from Tiny Toons was my co-lead.
this all checks out.
Yeah.
This is all correct.
So now that I've revealed all of that embarrassing information, let's get into some role play.
Is that your bathing suit? Is that your overbite?
Now, one of you will be the drowning victim, and the other one gets to be our lifesaver.
I'll be the victim. All your life.
Hey, at least you didn't have to say, we don't really watch those videos because someone's going to end up crying at the end, like most of the times my family got together.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The holidays are not my favorite things for very specific reasons. It's not Christmas unless someone cries. Thank you, Carly Rae Jepsen. I feel seen.
Okay, so this is an anthology film. I'm going to wait to talk about the wraparound segment until the very end, because that's when we get most of it anyway. So I'll be doing these by segments. In No Wake, a group of friends in an RV head up to the secluded Lake Evic, marked no trespassing and no swimming, but they ignore both warnings. Several of them go out on a motorboat to water ski, while Jared and Anna remain by the RV to get busy. The boaters notice a pickup truck by the RV, and then shots start to come from the shoreline, picking them off one by one. Except, everyone who went in the water isn't actually dying, despite their grave injuries. Back on shore, they find Jared and Anna dead in the tent, and their RV spray-painted with the Roman numeral 7.
I'm Henry.
I'm
Henry VIII, I am.
I was in a theater class in college, and another girl asked the professor if Henry VIII was Henry VII's grandfather.
What? It goes the...
What?
other-
That is
Wait,
not
what?
how numbers work. To that royal family will just do whatever the fuck they want. So.
Yeah.
So, anyway... They figure out that the water has life-giving properties, and as the short ends, they decide to enact revenge on their assailants.
As someone who lives by multiple bodies of water that many times do not swim, that's because of algae and parasites and things. Please do not swim in that water. Don't swim in the water. Heed the warnings. This water is not about to give you eternal life.
That toxic algae bloom is not going to turn you into the Toxic Avenger. It's just going to get you real fucking sick and kill you.
Mm-hmm. That's our PSA. The more you know.
The more you know.
Don't swim in a Superfund site.
I had a friend who one time was like, I got this cast iron pan out of the Duwamish River, which is a Superfund site. We're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not cook off of that cast iron pan.
Oh, you throw that out.
I hope he's
toss
okay.
Toss that back into the river.
I'm not sure how much I've heard from him since, so I hope he's doing all right.
You're going to get a text that's like, hey, you want to come over for dinner? And you're going to be like, not if you're cooking on that cast iron.
How about we order in?
All right, next up is God of Death, wherein a Mexican TV news broadcast is interrupted by what seems to be an earthquake, killing everyone in the studio aside from cameraman Luis. First responders rescue him, and they all attempt to make their way out of the building. During an aftershock, Javier, one of the rescue workers, is wounded and begs his compatriot Carla to end his suffering, which she does. The remaining crew and Luis end up in a chamber lined with skulls and a statue depicting the Aztec god Mictlan-Tecutli. Eddie is suddenly possessed by Mictlan, who then kills Miguel. Mictlan then materializes behind Eddie, rips out his heart, which he proceeds to eat. Carla succumbs to the god's influence and kills Luis, ripping out his heart as an offering. She is eventually killed when the room collapses, and field reporter Gabriella says this will be a day to remember.
And one of them looks like the Joker.
Yes, Luis looks like the Joker at one point.
I was like, which one looks like the Joker?
But like the Joker as... You know that episode of IT Crowd when Roy is trying to like let that woman down easy, but he hates when she cries because she ends up looking like the Joker?
God, it's such a
He
shame
looks like
that I
that.
can't watch that show again.
I still find
It's fair.
ways to
It was a
watch
great
it.
fucking show.
Yeah.
It sucks that there's so many shits attached to it.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's true.
which ones?
Graham Linehan, the creator.
Oh, okay.
And
Extreme transphobe.
And unfortunately, Richard Ayoade, even after all the shit came to light about Graham, wrote a foreword for Graham's book.
Oh, Richard.
But Graham is a shining example of someone whose transphobia actually ruined their life. His wife left him. His wife was like, fuck you. He lost money.
For a while, he was known as the most divorced man on Twitter.
Ooh, I missed all of this, and I'm really just happy that Chris O'Dowd wasn't. Not one of
Chris
the people
O'Dowd
that
is a
you
total
mentioned,
sweetie.
because I was like,
Yeah. Chris O'Dowd and Noel Fielding are still safe. And as far as I know, Jen is
I haven't
safe.
heard anything about her.
Yeah. Anyway, my fun fact was going to be that the actress who plays Gabriella is the writer and director of that particular segment.
nice.
Yeah.
That is fun. That is a fun fact, Ray.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. Next up, Techno God, stylized all caps TKNOGD.
Edgy.
Oh, which could mean to know God as well.
Oh, as you look at this
Oh.
now. Oh, my goodness.
Or talk no God.
Take no God.
Take no God. No gods, no masters.
No Cynthia Plaster casters. R.I.P. So, Technogod brings us a performance artist named Ada Lovelace, who says that God is dead and has been replaced with the god of technology. Adorned with a virtual reality headset, gloves, and full bodysuit, Ada performs an incantation within the virtual world to awaken the god of technology and taunts it as a myth until a mysterious entity appears on the screen.
See, you just have to fuck it. That's the real answer.
Yeah. Also, I did skip over the instructional video about the virtual reality stuff where the guy calls the headset iPhones instead of earphones.
I will say I do hate that.
Yeah.
I have
so
a particular
stupid.
Julian was getting so annoyed with that. Like, this is not witty. This is not as witty as you think it is. This performance art feels like the 90s, too, not the 80s. It does, though. It does really feel like 90s performance art, not 80s performance art.
And I did forget that her name is Ada Lovelace,
I know.
which I'm just like mathematician and what, abacus?
Well, it's her stage.
No, absolutely. It was just one of those things where I was like,
You think you're so witty.
Ada tries to remove her headset, but the entity attacks her, and her real-life body mimics her virtual one as she is lifted, strangled, and thrown. Ada's hand is bitten off in the virtual world, and as she removes her gloves, finds that her real hand is gone as well. The entity then breaks her legs, tears away her skin, and rips off her other leg entirely. She screams and succumbs to her injuries, and the audience, who believe it was all part of her performance, clap while her cameraman approaches.
This is really
They
funny.
were in the fucking splash
it
zone.
was so funny when they started being like, oh, wait, no.
Splash zone.
Great. This is great. Oh, I was going to say splash zones. Don't even talk to me about splash zones. Or ask me about splash zones.
I love sitting right behind the splash zone because then I get a great view, but I don't get splashed.
I like being right in front of the splash zone.
You want to get splashed?
Do you?
I'm
Do you
talking
want to be that
about-
sticky? Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not talking about that.
Right. Stays right there.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
exactly.
what was that, Caitlin? Right there.
Right there. Right,
Hello?
right there.
Practice fingers. Practice fingers.
Practice fingers. Forever.
So her cameraman approaches, and
We're silly.
he rips Ada's visor, exposing her brain and facial tissue that have been fused with the headset. Her lidless eyes stare at the camera as the footage ends.
I do really like that. I will say I do like the makeup and everything in that moment is
Yeah. It's really good practical effects work. Okay. In Ambrosia, the Wrigley family, many of whom have tattoos of the Roman numeral 7, are having a big party to celebrate the rite of passage completed by one of the members of the family, Ruth, who is filming on a Betamax camera.
I like that they gave her a biblical name.
She hands it off to her cousin James, who has the worst mullet I've ever seen.
I appreciate his awful mullet.
I mean, it's extremely
he's
authentic.
the one that he's the one that you're supposed to look at and say, "Oh, this kid's giving serial killer vibes," because then it's a flip. I will say this is my favorite of all of the shorts. I think it is the most narratively...
Wait. You're
I said favorite. I didn't say most creepy.
Okay.
I'm not answering that question. I just said favorite.
Okay, sorry.
From a narrative standpoint, it's the most narratively cohesive.
I agree.
It's a fun little subversion that you're looking at him and you're thinking, oh my God, this is a serial killer, this is a creep. And then you learn the truth. And I like, this is really witty. This one is interestingly written. It's very beginning, middle, and end. Like there's a through line. The characters feel defined in this one for me in a way they don't in others. This is easily my favorite.
I'll have more to say about this later, Amanda.
So Ruth hands the camera off to her mulleted cousin James, who follows her outside, where their little cousin Adam shoots her with a squirt gun given to him by, quote, the lady in the RV. And right after this, we see the RV from No Wake driving off.
I'm putting all of this together now. Oh, goodness.
A small grouping of the family, all of whom have the tattoo on their wrists, gather around the TV to watch the video Ruth made of herself killing 7 people at the lake.
Do you think it's 7? Because 7 represents the 7 deadly sins. They all have biblical names. I mean, the white people in suburbia.
I didn't interpret it that way.
I'm just thinking that now.
Yeah, I just kind of thought of it as like 7.
The number,
I think,
one of those mystical numbers.
Days in the week.
Well, 7, I believe, Kabbalastically is an important number, but let me look that up before I just
really
pull stuff
no.
out of my ass.
It's not. Kabbalah is 18. Like Jewish stuff is in 18.
I go say the 7. They're
Well,
worshiping
right,
the old
but-
gods and the new. Apparently, is
Yeah. Well, 7 is a lucky number in a lot of cultures.
And I'm just over here making Game of Thrones references. So.
I know I got it.
Oh, I know you do.
I think 7 is it's a thing in a lot of cultures, but I was also thinking biblically because her name is Ruth. They're a weird large family of white people in like the Midwest, which is very Christian, almost commune-like.
7 is an important number in the Kabbalah, especially in relation to the tree of life.
Huh.
I feel like
So hot.
if the devil
Sometimes I know stuff.
if the devil makes 6, does that mean that God is 7? That God is 7. That God is 7.
Techno God?
No, Techno God is 8.
No, Techno God is 69.
Ayo. All right.
Meg. That's what you did.
I was like, I have to write this shit that is veering so far off course right now. How am I gonna do that?
The police surround the house and begin to call. As the family are watching the video, the police begin to surround the house and kill them off as they try to kill the cops because they all have fucking automatic weapons because they were prepared for this.
Standoff, yeah.
Ruth kills James, who is too scared to fight, before being shot and killed herself.
Oh, Jamesy.
While being examined by the coroner, Ruth awakens and shoots him in a panic. To avoid arrest and prosecution, she shoots herself in the head but still doesn't die. She wails in distress as she is taken away by the cops, and the camera cuts to Robin from the lake, filling the water gun.
Again, now I'm putting this all together. I was like, I don't know. What do you mean, RV? Also, why would you give someone the immortal waters if you want to get them?
Because they want her to live with it.
They gave her the immortal water and then immediately called the police.
Yeah.
And sent them to the house.
So she'll
now
have a
she's
bunch of
gonna
holes
watch her
in there.
entire
Extra
she's gonna watch her
holes.
entire family die, and yes, she is
Now
just
full of
as
extra
riddled
holes.
with but she cannot die. So she is going to become. Not only is she going to be prosecuted, she's going to end up being a medical guinea pig. So they are torturing her.
Caitlin, I love it when you make a joke and you just say it over and over and over to make sure that we heard it.
People don't listen to me in my regular life, so I just want to make sure.
I always listen to you.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes when you make those quiet little jokes in our recordings, I edit things so that you get to be heard saying those little things without us talking over it. You're welcome. Because usually they're pretty fucking funny.
Thank you. Usually. I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but usually.
Hey,
That's fair.
Usually for me means like 90 to 95% of the
Hey,
time.
I'm
good.
batting 90 to 90% of the time, so I'm happy with that.
90 to 90. Got it. Dreamkill brings us a series of Super 8mm snuff films set to Throbbing Gristle's Hamburger Lady. Second use of that song in a movie that came out in 2023 because it was also used in Love Lies Bleeding.
That's a fun movie.
Yep. And if you don't know who Throbbing Gristle are, they are the first ever industrial band. They literally coined the term industrial music for industrial people. Members of the band went on to form projects such as Chris and Cozy, Psychic TV, and my favorite, Coil.
Gonna have to rewatch Love Lies Bleeding now for like
Insane.
the 50th time to be like,
Hot.
wait, they used this movie
Hot
again.
leads.
Oh,
Insanely hot leads.
I've definitely told this story on a podcast before, but when I saw that movie in the theater on a date with someone who, honestly, I think part of the reason I liked them was because they reminded me of you, Caitlin. During the scene when Kristen Stewart says to Katie O'Brien, I want to see how far I can stretch you, and then calls her a good girl, I literally like slinked down in my seat, turned to my date and went, I just got so wet. And they turned and looked at me and went, oh my God, me too.
Yeah, because it's fucking hot, and they are
shit.
both so hot.
yeah, Katie M. O'Brien is, again, one of those people who I'm like, I don't want to look at you so much because you are
'Cause you're too
so
pretty.
fucking hot.
Yeah.
You are too attractive. There are many times where with my hair has been down, I was like, do you think Katie M. O'Brien's wig in Love Lies Bleeding is proud of me? And with how I've been putting up my hair recently, and I need to get it cut, but I had some like curly bang going down this way for a while, and I was just like, do you
Sounds nice.
think Katie M. O'Brien's hair in Queens of the Dead is proud of me today?
She's so hot.
Oh, also, I definitely have talked about that because we covered Love Lies Bleeding on Tender Subject. So if you want to hear me get real horny and weird about that movie, go listen to that episode. It's a good one.
I also love you, Kristen Stewart, don't worry.
I also love that in real life, Katie is a lesbian and Kristen is bisexual, but they play the opposite in the movie. It's so funny.
Happy. The whole thing makes me so happy with the bisexuality. I just love it. Any whoozle.
Anyway,
Hot queer ladies.
back to Hamburger Lady. These are apparently dreams being had by Gunther, the son of police department AV guy Bobby, that record on Gunther's VCR.
I love how this guy's name is Bobby, and he named his son Gunther.
Well, here's the really funny thing. Gunther is played by Scott Derrickson's son, Dashiell Derrickson.
That's not his as weird because he's named after Dashiell Hammett. That makes so
You're
much
like,
sense.
yes.
That tracks so much.
Well, maybe
noir
Gunther
writer.
was named after Gunther the Penguin from Adventure Time. Okay.
No, but knowing what I know about Scott Derrickson and his, as much as my belief that it is maligned views on the noir genre, we could have a chat because I know the Hays Code, buddy. Dashiell Hammett was a prolific pulp fiction writer who so many of his are classic noir movies. So that actually fully tracks.
I just wanted to be like, what do you kind of... I'm not sure what kind of music Gunther is into. What do you think of the music Gunther is into? He's not giving you any indication as, like, what...
Madonna. I think he's really listening to Madonna. I think Madonna is his homegirl.
I think he's listening to Throbbing Gristle, personally.
Yes, no, this is our new wave baby right here.
Jethro Tull.
Into right, exactly.
That's
It's
what
like
he's
you
listening to,
are
Jethro
into like cock rock, right, Gunther? I can
He's
tell
doing like
this.
prog rock, maybe some yacht rock, maybe some margarita.
Yacht, cock, and prog rock.
Did you say cock prog rock?
I said, yeah.
Yacht, cock, and
Yep,
prog.
yacht, cock, and prog rock.
Yacht dash, comma, cock dash, comma, and prog dash rock.
B/H/S/
85.
Gunther.
Bobby explains to lead detective Wayne that their family has a psychic ability to see the future. Gunther's cousin Gwen had similar dreams when her brother Finney was kidnapped, and that Gunther's aunt died by suicide after having a series of disturbing dreams herself. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the plot of The Black Phone, which this takes place in the same universe as.
Yes.
And I did not know until I watched it today. And spoilers, this is my 4th time watching this movie.
And I didn't know that either, but then I looked it up, and it was like, oh! This is
I knew that, but I've never seen The Black Phone.
I like The Black Phone. It's pretty good.
I
But
know a lot of people do.
I know you have a grudge against
I
Derrickson,
do.
so it's okay.
I really do.
What I'm going to say,
One day,
one day, I wasn't so much of a fan of the first one, but I really liked the second one, is what I'm going to say.
I also really like the second one, and I feel like it's doing something very different than the first one. Well, I know why you like the second one, because it's basically Dream Warriors. and I say that as like a compliment. I don't count that as like a strike against it, even though I know a lot of people do.
For me, I think really it was that sassy little girl just giving the best insults that anyone has, like...
She does those in the first one, too.
Does she? Mm.
okay, you know what? Here's my issue with him and noir. I can pinpoint it. Noir is, yes, it's hard-boiled, it's gristled, it's got the PIs. It's also really witty. Like, it's horny. Because the original noirs were coming out during the Hays Code, you couldn't fuck on screen. They're really tongue-in-cheek. And he's doing it and removing all of that. So it's noir without the funny, without the levity. That's my issue, and it doesn't understand the gender politics of the original noir, what the femme fatale came out of, how it evolved. It's just the most baseline.
Are we talking about Hellraiser 5 again?
I'm just talking about Scott Derrickson and his approach to noir as a whole, but yes, I'm talking about Hellraiser 5.
She's got her practice finger out. Is going.
I love how our listeners have no idea what practice fingers are.
You're going to have
Don't
to.
worry
You're
about
going to
it.
have to.
You're going to have to find out on your own.
May definitely will not put an image of what these practice
No.
fingers are.
May, I didn't send May the image of practice fingers.
After a new tape arrives, Bobby and Wayne recognize the location and decide to investigate. Outside the house, Wayne confronts Bobby about his involvement in the previous murders, as it is revealed that he had a connection with the victims. The women from the respective first and last videotapes accused him of sexual assault and stalking, and the man from the second videotape was their attorney. Wayne also reveals that Bobby lost his previous job as a result of these accusations. He pleads with Bobby to tell him the truth, but Bobby shoots him dead and then enters the house to carry out the murder depicted in Gunther's last dream.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Gunther. In the police station, Gunther discovers that his most recent dream is being replayed on the camera that's in the interrogation room with him. He realizes that his father is the killer and shares that he had a dream predicting the outcome of the situation. Some cops show up, but are quickly and easily dispatched by Bobby. After shooting his father in the head, Gunther drops the gun in a state of numb shock, and the footage ends.
Good for her. She did what needed to be done. Unlike so many other men that we've seen in movies recently.
I wonder what Caitlin's talking about.
The wraparound segment, Total Copy, depicts the saga of Rory, a humanoid-appearing figure who sits on a couch watching TV in a lab, which is detailed as an investigative journalism piece. A group of scientists, led by Dr. Spratling, conducts this research study.
This all sounds made up, by the way, so keep going.
Rory begins to transform.
Rory
begins to
Ruth!
Rory begins to transform, and in an interview with Sarah Newell, one of the team who left the project early, we are led to believe that something will eventually go very, very wrong. Rory transforms into Gary, the only one of the team who never had a face-to-face interaction with him. And Gary's not too happy about it.
Gary is correct. Get out.
But Gary doesn't leave. Sarah leaves. And she's like, you should come with me. And Gary doesn't. And I don't understand. So Spratling, thinking that it's a miracle that Rory was able to do this despite the one-way mirror, refuses to end the experiment. After more strange occurrences, as mentioned, Sarah leaves, and Rory uses his tentacles to attack and kill the remaining team members. In his room, he puppets them in an imitation of the exercise videos that he has been watching. And that's VHS 85. And then we get this great theme song with lyrics about all of the shorts, and it sounds like Bad Weird Al, but even Bad Weird Al can be pretty fun.
I do love the
great.
Theme. The theme is on point, I will say. The theme really, to me, feels like the most 80s thing about this, where I'm like, yes, metal-like theme song, just talking about what's happening in the movie. I love this.
Okay, so Amanda, you already told me which one of the segments was your favorite. Which one do you find the most disturbing?
I guess thematically, I would say Dream Kill is the most disturbing. I don't think the execution works for me. I don't think it works as a short. I think it's too condensed.
Like it should be a full-length feature.
Yes, it's both too long and too short the way it is. Like, it's a really long segment, and and I've said that this is kind of my issue with both found footage and anthology, is I don't get enough character development. And this one is really one where I do not get enough development. And it's also that I think every character is on one level the whole time.
That's fair.
But thematically, I think it's the most disturbing.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you on that. And it is my favorite segment as well, because I don't think Sinister is a great movie. I think it's a good movie, but the best parts of it are the Super 8 snuff sequences. And so when Derrickson goes in that direction, I can't help but love it. It's so effective and so fucking creepy to me. But yeah, I think that it actually would work better as a feature.
Because then you could really develop these characters, and then you don't... Because it also doesn't always stick to the conceit of being found footage. There are a lot of shots where I'm like, nope, this is no longer... And that's okay if it's not solidly...
Yeah, there are a lot of shorts in this that... Look, I love found footage, y'all know that. And I prefer when found footage movies do not break found footage rules. However,
a lot of these do, or you're just like, why are you still holding the camera?
And I still like them, so I just kind of give them a pass on the rule breaking. But Caitlin, what about you? What do you think is the most disturbing segment?
I'm going to also combine mine into most disturbing and favorites, just because everyone else did. So my favorites are Dream Kill and Ambrosia. So I'm kind of in the middle of both of you, how I like to be in a sandwich. And with the...
I like how we all said Ambrosia, but none of us said No Wake.
Okay,
I don't think that's as strong as Ambrosia. Yeah,
Here-
I think it's kind of a mess.
Here's my thing with No Wake. Well, actually, Caitlin, you finish it, and then I'll say my piece.
I mean, if we're going to say that, yeah, I think No Wake really also is the big, like, why do you still have the camera on you?
Yep.
That is a big, like, this thing is dropped and left.
It could just be shorter. There's no character development, so just make it shorter than it is.
And I think I'll agree with everyone else, though, that Dream Kill is the most disturbing. It has the most disturbing imagery, a lot of flashing back and forth. You don't know necessarily the reality that you're living in, because there might be this time travel aspect, which is also very like, ugh! And I'm dreaming this before it actually happens. It hits very hard for me, so I'm like, ugh.
Freaky Friday, the original book of Freaky Friday, has a sequel. And one of the plot points in the sequel is that the younger brother gets this television, and the television predicts things before they happen. So there's this whole thing about a botulism outbreak and people dying. And I read this as a kid and it freaked me the fuck out. So this kind of plays back to that thing that literally freaked me out as a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just the life
I went through a phase where I was truly terrified of botulism.
Same.
I still have that fear, so
Wait.
So no Botox for you.
it's just more manageable.
yeah.
Yeah, no Botox for me.
I don't know what it is about my family, but we like to go to cemeteries for fun when I was growing up. And one of the things I remember my dad telling me, was like, look at when all of these people died. That was from botulism. And then he explained to me what it was and how to, like, look out for it. I was like,
We can both blame our dads.
yeah. Dad, we're blaming this on you.
Blaming you, Dad.
Okay, well, Caitlin, this was a first watch for you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how many of the other VHS series, how many other entries in the VHS series have you watched? You've only watched one of them.
I've only watched
Okay.
one, and I'm not even sure which one it was, but I know Ty West was one of the directors.
Okay, and Amanda, this was a second watch for you?
Second time watch. I've seen 3 or 4 of these.
Okay.
I've seen a few of them.
Oh, I'm so behind.
And this, as I mentioned, this was my fourth watch, and this is not only my favorite entry in the VHS franchise, but it's also my favorite found footage anthology of all time. I seem to be in the vast minority there. I tend to like the entries in the VHS franchise that other people like the least, because this one's my favorite, followed by VHS Viral, which is the third movie in the franchise, and people fucking hate that one, but I think it's great. And then VHS 2, despite having one really strong segment, I do not like that movie. And the wraparound segment in that one is fine. The wraparound segment in the first one is trash. It is horrible. I fucking despise it.
I do remember the most recent VHS was VHS Halloween, right?
Yeah.
The second to last segment made me so angry on so many levels, I fast forwarded through it.
I need to remember which segment. Oh, Kid
Child.
Print. Yep. Yeah.
It was racist and bad.
Yeah, Kid Print was too mean, too dark, and a little too grounded in reality.
Yes.
And racist.
Yes.
Yep.
It was the I should go back because there are actually ones in Halloween I really enjoyed. I really like the one from the guy who did Wreck.
Oh yeah, that
I
one
really
is
liked
so
that
good.
one.
Fun
The-
Size
it's so
is
much
an
fun.
all-timer.
It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Fun
And then,
Size.
it's so much fun. And then that last one, I remember I watched it with Julian, and our ratings as a whole went down so much because of that piece of shit. And we couldn't even get back into it to watch the last one because we were like, we're so angry now.
You gotta watch the last
I
segment.
know. I've been told I
because
should.
it's like a neighborhood haunt.
I know. And
And
I'm
Rick
so sad.
Baker.
I'm
Rick
so-
fucking Baker, like special effects
know.
extraordinaire is in it, and he plays a total grumpy asshole, which
See,
is the
I'm
exact
so
opposite of who he is
sad
as a
that
person.
They put that one after Kid Print because I was in such a bad mood.
I would say go back and just watch the final segment.
I do plan to do that because a few of the other ones I really did thoroughly enjoy in Halloween.
Yeah,
And then that happened, and
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that, like, if I'm watching something and something makes me that upset, I can't focus on anything else.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, I
So-
was so mad. I you should be, like, fined for making this. It is bad.
Dare you do this to me?
It's bad, and not just in the way that, like, it's also racist.
Oh yeah, no. Bleh.
I just think it was coming from a bad place, and it's a bad plotline, and it's too mean. There's no fun in it.
Correct.
Bleh.
Yeah. All right. Before we move on, our guest sent me a message from the ether.
From the beyond. No, I'm kidding.
yes, from
You're
the
still
beyond.
with us, Allison.
Of a few things that she wanted me to mention on the
Reading these,
air.
and I love these.
Yes, sir.
Point 1, Gary catching strays left and right. This poor guy. Squirt gun bitch is fucking genius. I actually love her.
Yes.
Gunther is goth Taylor Swift.
I do not agree with this, Allison. I do not agree. Such a thing could never exist.
Good.
Literally make out with Rory already, you fucking weirdo. He's a literal worm.
Would you
And-
make out with a worm?
Depends on what kind of worm.
What kind of practice finger you have for that?
Practice fingers. Back to.
Oh my god. The ring that you're wearing and the way your finger was lit there, it looked like you were wearing like a fake finger sleeve or like a digit condom or
That's-
something.
We have many of
Caitlin,
those.
where's that finger to suck on when you need
Right?
it? For those who don't know, go to our Patreon.
And then Allison's last message was, what in the hip flexors is that ending? So that was Allison's corner, and now we're gonna discuss the film's context in our next section, Faith and Chance.
I can't exist by myself because I'm afraid of myself. Because I'm the maker of my own evil. Goodness is only some kind of reflection upon evil. That's all it is.
What was happening in movies at this time? It's 2023. We've done 2023 recently. Go back to the Vordelak for that puppet hole.
Yes!
Self-lubricating.
Again, Barbenheimer. That was 2023. Also, a bunch of underperforming tentpole movies: Ant-Man and the Wasp, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
That movie
Transformers.
fucking rules, by the way.
It does. It does rule. More people should have seen Dungeons
We should
and
cover
Dragons.
that.
This is so much fun. I saw that in theaters.
Justice Smith.
I wish I did.
I saw it in the so much fun. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, The Flash, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, Blue Beetle, Expend 4-Bulls. If there is a number in the middle of a title, I read it with the number.
Yeah, 5 cream.
Exactly, 5 cream. So 7 in.
7. Scrim
Do you not read it
form.
that way?
Scrim form? Is that the scrim form?
Scray for M.
Scray for him.
Haunted Mansion, The Marvels, and Wish. Though Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is still one of the top 10 performing movies at the box office, so whatever.
Did you say bot
know.
movies at the box office? Because that's what it sounded like to me.
Bot movies, short. No, top performing movies.
That's what I heard.
I heard
Top.
bot movies, and I
It's
was
toppy.
I get it, because
They're bottom movies for sure, but no, they topped the box office.
I knew a kid in high school whose last name was Contopoulos, and he went by Toppy.
Oh,
And
Toppy.
he was an actually out gay kid. And he was my high school girlfriend's
Yes.
good friend.
Yeah.
But he had a crush on me, so there was this weird tension going on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
High school, but a horrible time full of hormones and just everything being bad. I think Blue Beetle, which I have actually still not watched, but Harvey Guillen's in it, and I love Harvey Guillen.
Yes.
Oh, I love him.
I do not even remember Wish.
Not you, Guillermo.
I haven't. I think of all of those movies, I saw Dungeons and Dragons.
I didn't see any of these.
Yeah,
I saw Dungeons and Dragons.
Of all
I
of those, I've seen
have
Dungeons
now
and Dragons.
Seen, the Dungeons and the Dragons, but yeah, before that,
Well, Caitlin, tell us about the VHS franchise.
I will. Thank you, May.
You're welcome.
So, this is the whole Ass franchise, which is actually very big, and I didn't realize how big this was, because anthologies are not my favorite thing, so I have just ignored everything that has come before our sense. This is based on a concept by Brad Miska, co-founder of Bloody Disgusting and a film producer, has also done A Horrible Way to Die, Southbound, which is a different anthology movie, which I am specifically bringing up because Roxanne Benjamin is also a co-creator of the VHS franchise and does direct a segment for Southbound, I believe, and XX.
Yeah, and Southbound also has a segment directed by Radio Silence. Yeah, so there are some good names attached to that. I have not watched it yet, but I want to.
I will say I like Southbound more than I thought I would. Again, because of anthologies not necessarily being my favorite kind of movies. Like Amanda, like, I want the character development. I want to stay with you. I want to know more. One of my favorite things, though, that Brad Miska said about this is that it's a fill-in-the-hole type project. I definitely first read it, though, as fill the hole. And just went, of course.
That's my favorite game.
Yeah, just fill the hole. Fill the whole project. It's
fill the hole with your practice fingers.
With your practice fingers.
I'm sorry, Caitlin, what is a fill-in-the-hole project other than the dirty thing that we're thinking?
I believe the idea is, like, we're giving you kind of a theme to work within. This is what we want from you. Fill that hole.
So we're calling it fill in the hole and not just fill in the blank?
It isn't
or
fill
theme
it.
Or Mad Libs movie edition?
This was
because
a
fill in the
direct
hole
quote from... Like, this was quoted on the Wikipedias where I'm taking all of this from. But yes, fill in the whole type project, and I just thought that was so fucking funny. Like, I have to say something about it, because what holes are we trying to fill right now? I have so many
What holes
questions.
aren't we trying to fill?
I mean,
Go back to the Vordelok episode. Fill that puppet hole.
That puppet hole! I also just want to give a huge shout out to Roxanne Benjamin, who I did not bring up in our witch episode. She was at a Halloween party that I was at and very much liked my group's witch costumes and took a picture of us. So Roxanne, if you're listening, which you definitely aren't, I know you. I know who you are.
Do you think the amount of times I have gone on my Scott Derrickson rant will, like, bounce these up to him one day and he'll be like, who the fuck is this bitch?
I honestly hope it makes him want to come on the show.
Me too.
Because you hate him. I like him in general.
I hate him. I just have a grudge against his film.
Okay.
I just
you
have a grudge
against his
against him.
filmmaking, and you hate Hellraiser 5. There we
Hate
go.
it.
The worst.
I Yeah.
It's also the stupid comments that he made. They're so douchey.
I know. They are, and that was also
That's a
20
big...
over
Yeah,
20
well,
years
whatever.
ago. So maybe he has grown, maybe he has
Well, then
changed.
he should say that. Caitlin.
I don't have popcorn to eat, so.
Then he should, Scott Derrickson, come on here and apologize for saying douchey things about Clive Barker and his beautiful Hellraiser masterpiece universe. And then maybe I will still hate Hellraiser 5, but maybe I won't have as much of a grudge against you. I don't think you care. But in the off chance that you do, hi. That's it.
It's just been like, Sam Benjamin, you know who I am.
Watch, this is going to be the social media clip, and we're just going to tag Scott Derrickson in it. Nay?
Nope. Not doing that.
Hashtag.
Okay.
I don't even know where we are anymore, but the first VHS,
VHS 2012.
movie came out in 2012. Which you're like, whoa, that's so many. Yeah, there are 8 found footage movies in the VHS franchise. 2, count them, 2 spin-offs. One is Siren from 2016, which is a continuation from a segment in the first film. This is by Greg.
The best segment in the first film.
Well, I mean, it was by David Bruckner.
Correct.
However, Siren is directed by Greg Bishop, and then what did I just say? It's written by the Hellraiser 2022 crew, so
Makes sense.
obviously. We also have Kids vs. Aliens, which came out much more recently. Who knows how time works? In 2022 as well. This was directed by Jason Eisner, co-written by John Davies, and this was a continuation from a segment in the second film.
My least favorite segment in the second film that kills a dog completely unnecessarily. And all of the kids in it are absolute pieces of shit.
I will say Kids vs. Aliens was very divisive. I think it has like a 58 on the tomatoes.
Yeah, I never bothered watching
I've
the
never
full-length
seen it.
movie
Well.
because, again, I hate that segment in VHS
I had
too.
no idea it was from a segment in VHS, so I was just like, I'm learning so much right now. I'm learning along with our listeners who also know nothing about found footage movies. I'm very excited. Or anthologies. Welcome. There was a mini-series, and at first I was like, okay, VHS video horror shorts from 2018. Like, how is this different from the movies? It was a Snapchat miniseries. It was released on Snapchat originally. Y'all remember Snapchat? No, me neither.
So did it delete after you... That's because we are all too old for Snapchat.
I was too old for Snapchat. 100%. Vine?
It's Snapchat came out when I was already in college. We are all too old for... The kids now are apparently really on Snapchat. They love it. Like, actual
Wait, is that
kids,
still a
the
thing?
teens, Yeah. My preteen siblings love Snapchat. They really do. We are all just too old for it.
I think the people who are around our age bracket who would use Snapchat were just using it to send nudes. That was about it.
There was definitely a lot of porn, and I did not actually know that Snapchat was still a thing. I thought TikTok absolutely eclipsed it.
No, because
it's a very
messaging.
different
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah.
It's not so... It's like WhatsApp if your messages deleted themselves.
Okay, so I think I was getting Snapchat confused with Vine, which was a very small
That's
I
what
missed
TikTok
that.
was.
time. That is what TikTok
Yeah.
replaced.
Correct.
Fuck
Yeah.
me, because I don't even know what a Snapchat is, apparently. So,
Well, fuck my Snap.
my Snap. Hard, please. VHS.
Practice fingers.
V/H/S. May is still on practice fingers. rural.
The phrasing of that.
Yeah, I am on practice fingers. Oh, and oh.
Oh,
Oh my god.
we're gonna make it through
all
this
right.
episode, I swear.
The questions. What is going on with us tonight? We're amazing. We love each
We're
other.
having
We're
a great time. It is the summer. The heat is getting to all of us
I'm
right
sweating.
now.
I'm just
Oh,
We
sweating.
are.
Same.
I want
I'm-
to start stripping over here.
I am wearing a decently heavy dress.
And I am not wearing a shirt, so we are all great.
I'm wearing a pretty flimsy
I know,
dress,
you
and
are-
I'm gonna hike it up.
Me. Actually, there's a separate, but the pants I'm wearing and the definitely not top that was made to go out into the public with, I put it out the other day. I was like, I look like I'm going to a music festival. Look at me. I'm so cool. I was gonna... Speaking of things that weren't fucking cool, apparently, May was VHS Viral, which is the third one that has actually 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. And this led to about a 7-year break in the series. Next one, didn't come out until 2021. I had to do that math really quickly because I did not write it down. Things that I did not know about this series, that if anyone else is like, or franchise, I haven't watched it, or I also am not a huge found footage / anthology person, is that there are reoccurring characters, scenes, and plot threads that show up in different movies. There is also a feeling that all of these videos are coming from like the same nefarious source, apparently.
So it's like America's Worst Home Videos.
Yes, 100%. The worst of the worst.
Yeah, I believe it's in 1994 that the wraparound segment ends up showing you that there's kind of like a cult of people who collect these tapes and view them, and it's unclear what they're doing with that, but it's pretty creepy.
I had no idea. None. Yeah. Like we said, Derrickson's segment takes place in the same universe as the Black Phone, which was also like a mind-blown moment. And we have V/H/S SCP.
You could just say VHS.
Nope.
Never. I just snorted. SCP, which apparently stands for Special Containment Procedures, which is a fictional secret organization.
It comes from a bloody disgusting podcast called SCP Archives.
Oh, okay. Wikipedia was just like, as the Wikipedia said. I was like, I don't know anything about any of you, so shut up. No. Shut
up. I'm hoping that I like it. A lot of people seem to really like VHS Beyond, which came out a couple of years ago. And
I saw that one.
Yeah, I thought parts of that were pretty good, and parts of it I did not like at all.
Yep.
Kate Siegel's segment was definitely one of the stronger ones.
I agree. I liked that one a lot. I thought that one had a really interesting plot.
I am...
It had character development. It had a narrative through line.
I am just...
It made me think of Doctor Who.
always so upset that she is married to Mike Flanagan.
Look,
Because
I used
would
to be a
love
Flanagan
to
girly.
fuck Kate Siegel. That's the only reason.
Who wouldn't?
Oh.
It's not. It has
so
nothing
hot.
to do with her husband or his output. I literally was just like, "You are bisexual.
She's so hot.
You are the Rachel Sennott that I wanted. You are bisexual and Jewish." And then it was like, "Oh, you're married."
Yeah. Well, hey,
I mean,
you know
I don't know what
Maybe
your
they're open.
relationship is
Fanta-
like.
I don't think they are.
Kate
but you
Siegel,
can still fantasize.
call us. Oh my
Call
god.
all of
Kate
us.
Siegel,
you-
come on the podcast.
Can
my
you just imagine if
God.
Kate Siegel came on the podcast and liked all of us so much that she wanted to fuck
We
us?
would come on the podcast. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Julian would 100% say go for it.
Oh, this is
She's so hot.
God.
She's so hot and she's so talented and she's so smart.
What was it? Queer for Fear that she was on recently? One of the Shudder horror documentaries, and maybe Queer for Fear.
Oh, maybe.
And I was just like,
I know. I remember when I learned that she was actually bisexual, and I was just like,
I
yes!
love you again. Which
her character in House of Usher.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, please dom me. So anyway.
I love her in Hill House, though.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a Theo fan.
Yes.
Regardless of the I am not a fan of what they did with Theo in the 1998 movie where they made her a really bad stereotype of a bisexual.
My boyfriend thinks I have attachment issues. My girlfriend doesn't.
yeah.
Okay, so you're a bisexual polyamorous woman and you're insufferable. Got it. Thanks for making me feel great about myself.
She sucked.
God,
yes,
in Hill
but
House.
Original book Theo, original
Book
movie
Theo,
Theo,
and original
and
movie
House,
Theo.
and TV
Yeah.
show Theo. Yes.
Yeah.
VHS 85 has a Rotten Tomato score of 75% based on 53 reviews with an average rating of 6.3 out of 10. And I always forget to find the average rating because it doesn't just display right next to the percentage.
Rude.
IMDb users have given this a 5.6 out of 10, and Letterboxd users have given it a 2.8 out of 5 or a 5.6 out of 10, which, again, is funny to me because this is a 4.5 star movie for me. And do with that what you will.
I love this for you,
ashamed.
May. I love this for you so much.
There are things that I will give super high scores to that other people will be like, girl, what? This is not one of them.
Well, speaking of girl what, let's make that money. And now we'll dig into the meat, the goo, and the viscera in a section we call Enough is a Myth.
No. I've done enough.
Enough is a myth.
Okay, so all of these shorts are set in 1985. We've maybe talked a lot on this podcast about the 1980s and how the political and cultural landscape shaped films. So, do you feel that these shorts truly encompass the ethos of the 80s? Which ones do the best and which feel like they could just be anytime?
I think you were right earlier about Technogod feeling a bit more 90s than 80s. I think it's trying to be like, oh, virtual reality technology has technically existed since the 80s, and here's like a prototype version of it. And, you know, because we're doing horror, sci-fi, whatever, we can get a little more speculative with it. But it does more greatly resemble the VR technology that we were seeing in the 90s, where you could go to an arcade and like put on a VR headset and hold the two things in your hands and like walk around in a virtual world and say, Jesus wept, like the Dean on Community. I think all of the other ones do a pretty good job. I will say that the way that some of the interiors of the houses look in Dreamkill,
that feels very 90s to me.
Yeah.
Just the way the entire short looks is very like late 90s, early 2000s DTV horror movie.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I think No Wake and Ambrosia really feel like the 80s. And I think that God of Death feels like the 80s.
Well, that's a real earthquake. In
Nope.
September in 1985. Yes, there really is a
Wait.
Mexican earthquake from September of 1985, and
Oh,
it
I
led
thought
to
it
a
was
huge
fictional.
No, it led to a huge political overhaul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably should
There
have
were a
repeated
series
that,
of
but I didn't.
Yeah, there was a series of 2 earthquakes in September of 85 that destroyed so many buildings, and it led to a lot of change in the political system because there was a lot of politicians who did not fix the infrastructure, and that's what led to all of these deaths and all of these buildings crumbling.
Oh, okay.
Also, the styling in that looked really 80s.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Lucia, the news anchor
Yeah.
lady, and then Gabriella, the
Yeah.
field reporter.
I do
totally
yeah,
80s.
feel like God of Death.
And then
like,
I think
nailed it.
everything in Total Copy feels pretty 80s. You know, it may be veering a little bit into the 90s, but it's close enough that it didn't bother me. But yeah, I think of all of them, No Wake and Ambrosia really nail it, both with the costuming and the technology and just the way everything looks. That house is so 80s, the family house in Ambrosia.
Also, just like the creepy white family, the
Oh,
way
yeah.
that the 80s were going
the satanic
politically.
panic,
Yeah.
the big worry about, again, really Satan, but cults.
Yeah.
See, I think No Wake could also be the 70s or the 90s, but then you add it to Ambrosia, which does feel so set with the political landscape of either the 50s or the 80s.
Yeah, and the thing with No Wake is the video camera, because if it was the 70s, it would have been a
wouldn't be.
Super 8 camera.
It's just really funny because when I first started watching this, I was like, No Wake, what are we even doing here? This doesn't feel 80s to me at all. And then we got to Ambrosia, which I was like, this is firmly rooted. Like, this is, I did think this is the most 80s feeling. As the eldest millennial here, this is the most, I was 1 year old when, wait, no, I was almost 0 years old when 1985 happened. Till September that year. So for me, I was
it was your 0th birthday almost.
like, the only person who was alive in 1985 on this podcast.
Wow, first time I've ever not felt old on a podcast.
Hey, I know, I usually do. No one can tell. I'm very youthful in my appearance and my overall thing.
It's because we're millennials. We got the good genes, and Gen Z is not having it.
A lot less smoking indoors. And you know what? I think always the other thing is sunscreen. Became
Yes,
a
we're the sunscreen
big
gen- we
thing
are.
for us.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's free to wear sunscreen.
Seriously, sunscreen.
Thanks, Baz
I was
Luhrmann.
going to say, everyone is free to wear sunscreen. Not in the champagne room, though. But yeah, it was really funny to me because No Wake, I was just like, this could be any time. But Ambrosia, again, felt very firmly rooted in the 80s. So when I looked up, it was the same fucking director.
Yep.
And then as the movie went on, I'm like, oh, this is not the wraparound segment. But we go back to it. I went, well, now I don't know what to do with all of this information.
Well, this is question number 2. Because Caitlin, I was in the same boat as you. And I knew they were connecting, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. But here's the thing. The shorts No Wake and Ambrosia are directly connected to each other, while none of the other shorts tie into one another. Narratively speaking, how do you feel about this choice? Would it have worked better if all of the shorts narratively tied to each other? Beyond being set in 1985, as we've already established, most of them don't actually feel like it's the 80s, or should they have all been entirely separate?
I think it's novel because this is not something any of the other VHS entries have done. They have not had connected shorts like this where there are 2 in one entry that go together, other than like one of them eventually going into the wraparound segment or something like that. I think this is really effective because, again, at first, you don't know that they're connected. But then when you see the squirt gun and the kid says the lady in the RV and you see the RV drive off, it's like it's not a twist, but it's a really nice reveal. And the first time I watched this, that was so fucking cool to me, and it's still cool to me every time. And y'all know this about me. I love watching movies over and over, especially if it's something I enjoy, because I get a little something different out of it every time. I get to pay attention to different aspects of it. I get to hone in on things that maybe I didn't on previous watches. And this is something that just consistently works well for me, is knowing that they're going to be connected. And that, yeah, all of these people suffered some really horrible shit and they get to get back at their assailant. Because that does not usually happen in this franchise either. Most of the time, shit's fucked. And if it's not, it's like most everybody is fucked and maybe one person survives. So like, I don't know, it feels very satisfying to me. I do think it would be interesting to do a VHS anthology where everything is a little bit more interconnected rather than just being these separate things with a wraparound.
Caitlin's face.
But I don't know how well that would work. Now, the one thing I will say about this entry in the franchise is that I like that there are multiple segments that were written and or directed by women.
Yes.
Same.
I like that the VHS franchise in general has been good about being inclusive. You get foreign
Benjamin.
Yeah, you get people of all genders, you get people from different places.
Countries, yes.
And I think that's really fun because that does not happen with a lot of anthology films. You know, a lot of anthology films are just a bunch of white dudes.
Yep.
Yes. And I think that this narrative choice was a little confusing. For me personally, just because there is the wraparound segment, and then this one goes back to the other one, which again, I was not expecting. So I did like the surprise of that on a certain level. However, like when I took in everything else, I was like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
Some things are relating back to others, some are not, and I mean, I like the reality that we're playing in to follow the same rules is, you know, typically for me.
I think that one of the things that this could have done that would have been a little more effective is instead of having the total copy segment be wraparound and interspersed throughout, just have that be the last segment.
Yeah.
And have the interspersal, because
I
this
do think that is
appears
the
as if
No Wake be
this-
the wraparound.
yes,
Yeah.
Well,
yes, and No Wake and Ambrosia be kind of the
Yeah.
wraparound.
Well, I think you'd maybe do No Wake as the wraparound leading up to Ambrosia, and then let
Yes.
Ambrosia play all the way out.
Well, because you can absolutely, sorry, I was going to say, but you can absolutely, I think, tie in the murders with like, Dream Killer.
Dream Kill.
Yeah, you
Dream
could.
Kill.
You could definitely tie that into this
absolutely,
universe.
Yes, tie
So-
that in as a wraparound, and I think that would have been a lot more effective.
It's long enough.
I was going to say that because all of these are presented as kind of being assembled on one VHS tape that's interspersed with occasional channel flipping and commercials, you have those be the interspersed things. You start out with a couple weird commercials or like a clip of a football game, stuff like that, and you have those be what are between the segments. That, I think, would have been a little bit better thematically rather than having the total copy continually interrupt the flow of everything.
It does interrupt the flow. Well, it really does.
Because I also think that if we saw all of Total Copy in one go, it would be a little more effective.
I agree. I do. Because
Yes.
I like alien stuff for sure.
Yeah. And I love David Bruckner.
I'm not opposed to this plot line. I just think, I do think you're right. I think there are other things that work better interspersed. It's not that.
And I do think some of those like little that they put out there, like the 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
The drunk driving one where the mugs collide. Oh,
there's
so
a
good.
lot of like 80s PSAs that I really
they could have done a fake "This is your brain on drugs."
More 80s. They're like,
I learned this from
the fact
you,
that
Dad,
only Caitlin,
from
of
you.
the three of us, that Caitlin was a literal almost baby in 1985.
baby.
May and I weren't even born yet, and we all still have a cultural idea of what 1985 was, and we're watching this movie going, there's so much that they could have put in here that speaks to that time period that wouldn't just be movie dialogue and movie language for the 80s, but really was what's going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of telling us something. Like it doesn't really grasp its time period.
Because the 80s, and I mean, I think
Which
this is
does
with-
lead to my last question
I was
about the
gonna
wraparound.
say, I just want to say, like, I do feel like most decades, you know, you have those couple years where it feels like it's from the previous decade, and then you're
Yes.
fully in. And coming off of 1984, which was a very low birth year in the United States because everyone thought the world was going to end.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of, I mean, George Orwell and then the apocalypses. And so it was kind of this just like weird time, but also this is really, I think 84, 85 is really when the 80s get into the swing of like what we think of the 80s.
What MTV starts in what, 84?
I believe.
Yeah. It's 83 or 84. And Ronald Reagan takes office and starts Reaganomics bullshit.
This is 85, Reagan's second term, and there's a lot of styling that we see that looks much more late 80s, early 90s, and 85 is not that yet.
Yeah.
85 is solidly the 80s. This is the 80s having its own identity as the 80s.
MTV was launched August 1st, 1981.
Oh, it was 81.
Wow.
Oh, no, you know why I'm mixing it up? Because Much Music launched in 84, and we talked about that in our Wayne's World episode.
Yes, and I feel like... But this is like a huge thing of like, this is what the 80s are. But again, 81 and 82, we're still in like Supreme short
Late
shorts
70s.
and crop tops. And men are still dressing really slutty. And you should
And they still have 70s porn stashes.
Oh my god, I
you
know,
should
men
all
dress
dress
so
sluttier.
slutty. Can we bring back the crop tops for men?
Okay, no,
love
you know
it.
what? I will say that Jared in No Wake is perfectly styled
he
as
is.
an
That
80s
is
guy.
true.
He's
He
wearing
is.
cut-off jean shorts, he's wearing a light button-up shirt, he's got glasses, and he's got
he's
a
just slutty.
porn stash.
He's real slutty. But he looks late 70s, early 80s, not
gonna
85.
say, it is
the
a
way
little
that
early
Ambrosia
80s,
looks
yes.
85.
Yes,
Like
Ambrosia,
the shoulder
like-
pad.
Oh my god, Ruth's dress.
The perm, right? The perm, like the No
big
Wake
glasses.
kids
Sorry, that's
look like they could have also been the Texas Chainsaw Kids.
I don't
Like
necessarily
they're
agree
much
with
more
that.
70s styled, which is what the early 80s would have been, but not 85. Unless we're saying that they've somehow been hunting for Ruth for 4 years. But I don't think so.
No. I think that one or two of them are still wearing fashion from the 70s, which honestly, that would happen sometimes. But I think most of them do look like the solid mid-80s.
So the wraparound tells the story of a non-human creature called Rory who evolves and shapeshifts until tragedy strikes.
Is it tragedy or is it comedy?
I don't know. It's whatever we want to call it. It's blood and gore and what in the hip flexor.
I just think that ending is fucking hilarious. I love it.
My mom had
What do you
so
think-
many of those Jane Fonda
Oh,
workout videos with the,
Yeah.
and I know that's sort of like the hip flexors. Oh, I mean, my mom loved Jane Fonda, so.
What do you think Rory
Anyway, go
is a metaphor for? Is there a Cold War analogy here? AIDS? Something else? Nothing?
Jane Fonda.
I don't know if there's a bigger metaphor here.
Did you know I was looking up the years of the Cold War and I accidentally misspelled it as Cod War, and there really was a Cod War. The Cod Wars between Norway and Iceland, I think. It was about
I
fishing.
was gonna guess there was.
So this was about cod the fish, not about cod pieces.
Yes, actually, war is about cod
I-
fish.
100% would have
Fun
guessed
facts
it
in
was at
history
least
that you
one,
learn.
one Scandinavian country was involved. The
Cod Wars.
Cod Wars.
It's real. The Cod Wars.
So I don't
so sorry, I
think
just
that
learned that.
Rory is I don't think that Rory is necessarily a metaphor for anything specific. I mean, you probably could do a reading there, and I'm curious if either of you have one.
I don't
For
have
me, I think it's just like, you know, the mid 80s at that point, we weren't really, as a culture, we weren't really concerned with aliens. We had kind of moved beyond the Area 51 Roswell stuff at that point.
Well, no, but we were in the Cold War. We were in this very, like, isolationist period going on. So that's why I'm thinking about that. But I agree with you. I don't think the short's doing that.
Yeah, I just mean, like, I think that Bruckner was, like, what can we do that will feel novel for the mid 80s? Because we weren't doing a lot of alien stuff at that point. And it just kind of feels like he was like, I want to do a weird alien thing that's in the mid 80s because there's not a lot of other stuff that's like that. And again, I think it's just fun. It's funny. It's silly. It has a tongue-in-cheek attitude toward what it's doing the whole time. And I think that's what makes it enjoyable.
I agree. I don't necessarily think there's anything like deep or necessarily really tapping into what were concerns in the 80s. At one point, I do think with Ambrosia, I was like, how would someone kill someone like 1985? You put cyanide in Tylenol pills and then put them on, this is, people were very creative, I will say, with...
Yeah, that case is freaky.
That case
That happened in Illinois, didn't it?
Yes, I believe that was Illinois. Is where
It's a
that was
terrifying
happening.
case. That's why there are those tabs now. And
Terrifying.
Yep.
And again,
Never
obviously
caught.
a huge part of this was the Satanic Panic, which I'm kind of surprised that no one necessarily mind.
Because Dreamkill has
Right.
the goth teenager. That's exactly where you would mine Satanic Panic.
And I think they play into that. I will say, actually, in Dreamkill, they do play a little bit into that because of Gunther, his whole look, and that he is brought in, though he is also the person putting the videotapes into the mailboxes. So he's a part of it. It's not necessarily the what happened to those three boys.
Paradise Lost, yeah.
Paradise Lost.
Just for our listeners, that's the West Memphis 3 that
Yes.
we're referring to.
Yes.
It's the Paradise Lost is the documentary by Joe Berlinger about the West Memphis 3, who are all out now, but they took an Alfred plea, which basically is like, it's so whack. It's basically
It is
like
whack.
yeah, you're
correct.
not. It's almost like you're admitting guilt, but you didn't actually do it to get. And I'm tired right now, and I can't explain it really well. But it is not actually absolving them of a thing they did not do. They did not do it.
Well,
There have been several documentaries about this.
Yeah.
There have been extensive things written about it. These boys did not do what they were accused
they got railroaded
of,
because
and they have suffered for it for over 40
And
years.
And here's the thing: they actually do know who did it.
Yep.
And this was, again, part of the Satanic Panic of the 80s and early 90s with, like, people who are goth.
Different.
Yeah. Who are Satanists. Big fingers for anyone.
Yeah.
Big quotes for any. Big practice fingers for no one who is watching us right now. All
the Satanic Panic shit, bullshit. It is all, it's fake. It is. I mean, the panic is real. People were panicking.
People were
because they were
panicking.
being stupid. But there were no Satanist rituals and cults killing your children and any of that. By the way, the Cod War was Iceland and the UK.
See, is that like one Scandinavian country?
Iceland and the UK.
I will not go
Sounds
into.
fishy.
I will not go into Iceland's weird alcohol laws, which have a lot to do with like wars and things. Not on this recording anyway. I'm sure I'll just save this for later.
I guess we'll have to cover an Icelandic film at some point.
Yes.
But right now, it's time to play a game.
Hello. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game.
All right, Caitlin, what's our game?
We're gonna play, and I may have done something similar to this before and forgot what I called it, so now I'm calling it Rate Me!
Before you called it Rank Me, and then we made so many jokes about it sounding like Rape Me by Nirvana. And
this
you
is
were
still
like, oh, I
bad.
should have called it Rape Me.
It's still bad.
Yeah.
It's none of
it's
it's
funny.
It's fun. Rate me.
Rape Me!
I know. Every time I'm like, But here we go. So,
do you want me to give you my personal rankings or what I think the rankings are of the movies by other people?
Is this like
So
the Rotten
this-
Tomato score?
this is the score on the tomatoes.
Well, I think we all know that VHS Viral is the bottom.
I was gonna say,
At 32%.
you have some good ideas of where things are going. Yep, VHS Viral is absolutely the
Number
bottom.
8.
The bottom.
Well, we know that VHS 85 has like, what was it, May? A 73% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, I'm going to say VHS 85 is... So are we placing these at, like, what position they are relative to each other?
Yes.
Or are we trying to guess the rating?
Oh, you're just trying to guess
Like
the
which has the
rating
highest to lowest?
highest to lowest.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yes.
VHS Viral is number 8.
Yes.
I believe VHS Beyond has like a really, really good rating. So I'm going to put
do
that at
too.
number 1 because people seem to really respond well to that.
And 85 did well.
85 did okay, but people don't love it. So I'm going to put that at number 5.
Okay.
I think Halloween is at number 3.
3.
And then I think 94 is at 2. 99 is at 4.
Which puts the first one at...
Yeah, I think 2 is
Oh.
going to be at 6 and 1 is going to be at 7. I may be totally off on these. Actually,
I'm going to go with May.
You're like, oh.
No, I'm thinking I think 85 needs to go down to 7 and 1
Really?
and 2 need to move up to
You think they got higher than 75%?
Yeah. People love VHS too.
Okay.
So yeah. Here, do you want me to adjust the numbers, Caitlin?
I mean, go for it as I write down what the actual. I don't know
As
why
long
I
as
didn't
Viral
write
stays in the bottom.
Yes, Viral is she is the bottom bitch is what is happening here. All right.
Okay. And I just want to give my personal rankings real quick. From bottom to top, VHS 2 at 1.5 stars.
Ooh.
VHS 94 at 2 stars. VHS 99 at 3 stars. VHS Beyond at 3 stars. VHS at 3 stars. VHS Halloween at 3.5 stars. VHS Viral at 3.5 stars. And VHS 85 at, previously mentioned, 4.5 stars.
I think I've only seen 85 Beyond and Halloween, so...
Again, apparently I've seen the first one.
All right, how'd we do?
I think actually pretty good here. I will say that both VHS Beyond and VHS 94 are at 90%. So 1 and 2's right there.
Wow.
VHS Halloween, 89%. So number 3. VHS 99 is the second, and number 4, look at you all go. VHS 85 is at 5.
Oh, damn it! We shouldn't have moved it. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So VHS number 85 is at 5, right in the smack dab middles of all of this, it feels like. VHS 2 is next at 70%. So number 6.
And then VHS 1 is at number 7.
Yep. And
Okay.
Viral's at 8.
Fuck.
Yeah, no one
I shouldn't
were
have.
so
I shouldn't have moved
close.
it. Well, our original answers were correct, and then I
Yes.
doubted myself because so many people are like, "I didn't like 85," and I let that influence
Yeah,
me.
more
Well,
people liked 85 than you thought, May. Good news. Good news. And I only put VHS 85 at number 5 because it came out after VHS 99, which was also at 75%. So
Fair.
on the tomatoes.
All right. Well, I think y'all know, for me, this is a pleaser. It's my favorite found footage anthology of all time. It's not my favorite found footage movie, but it is my favorite found footage anthology, and one of my favorite anthology films in general, and I'm big on anthology films. So I love this movie. I am excited we got to talk about it, and I am not going to apologize anymore if you didn't love it. I'm
Fuck
just
you.
glad I'm Thank you for taking this journey with me back to 1985.
Hey, I had a fun discussion. I don't love
Good.
the movie, but I had a fun chat.
Hey, you know what? That matters way more.
Yes.
Practice fingers.
Yes.
We shall rule over this land, and we shall call it this land. I think we should call it your grave. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I find this a punisher.
Fair. Caitlin, what about you?
I'm kind of in the middle with all of this. So, again, I'll be right in that sandwich where I like to be.
So what you're saying is you want me and Amanda to spit roast you.
In that situation,
I mean,
if Caitlin's
obviously.
the middle, am I the top or the bottom? May, are you the top or the bottom?
We're both tops.
Oh.
And Caitlin's the
just in the
double
middle.
bottom.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of that sandwich.
Yeah.
That tracks, yes.
Hey, you know what? We can all take turns being in the middle. And with that, do we have any final thoughts?
I feel like I've thought everything I can today, so this is it
Okay.
for me.
Well, I guess it's time to wrap up with what awaits you next time.
Don't you see? He's got us now. Okay, this is exactly what he wants. We can't go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that. He's just out there and he's watching us and waiting. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
And that brings us to the end of our episode. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey, fellow videographers. If you like what you hear, please leave us a rating and review wherever you can, because it helps more people find the show and it makes us all tingly inside. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/podcastperverts. We are putting out our newsletter tomorrow, July 31st, although you will not be hearing this episode for another 2 weeks. So when you hear this, our newsletter will have been out for 2 weeks. You should sign up for our Patreon. We've got lots of good stuff over there. If you sign up for $1, you get access to our monthly newsletter telling you everything that's going on, telling you what we've been up to in our lives, and also access to our filmmaker interviews. And we've got a doozy coming up this month. I am very, very excited about it. We recorded it the other night. It went fucking great. I cannot wait to edit it to hear what we talked about again. And all that and more is available on our Patreon. We've got several levels because, you know, we know that everything is a hellscape right now, and most of us don't have money.
I was like, oh.
My camera didn't freeze. I just didn't know what to do
Okay,
after that.
no, I had a moment where I'm like, I mean, I just thought we lost you, like, mentally, you were gone.
Yeah.
You were just like, hellscape, I'm out. Like,
Speaking of hellscapes, you can find us on Instagram at Pleasers and Punishers, and on Blue Sky at Pleasers Punishers. If you're still on Twitter, go fuck yourself. And I mean that across the board. You have no reason to use that site anymore. Its owner is literally trying to defend the creation of sexual abuse materials by AI. Don't
that
use
just happened
Twitter.
like today, right? Like that came out.
I think it was yesterday, but yeah, if you are still on Twitter, like, just delete it.
Why?
Just
What do you-
let it go, okay? It's not that important. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care if you have people you can only talk to on there. DM them, give them your fucking phone number, and delete your fucking account. Seriously, like, there is not a lot we can do these days.
But we don't have to give that piece of shit
Anything.
our revenue at all.
Yes, exactly.
As-
So
as-
please delete your Twitter.
Yeah, as queer people, listen to Elsa and let it the fuck go.
Thank you. And if you want to yell at me about that take, if you want to say nice things to us, please email us at pleaserspunisherspodcast@gmail.com. You can also find me on Blue Sky and Letterboxd at Everson Poe. My music is everywhere as Everson Poe, 2 separate words. And you can hear me on Tender Subject and Slayerfest 98, although I haven't been on for a little bit. When you hear this, you will definitely be able to hear me as the referee / game master, or mistress, if you will, on the season finale of Final Girls Standing. And I had such a fucking blast with that, and it made me realize that I should be a GM for tabletop games more often, because I'm really good at it, apparently. Anyway, Caitlin, where can you be found on the internet?
I never even know. I can be found on Threads and Instagram at Caitlin of the North, Cat of the North on Letterboxd, and on Fuck My Hellmouth, the People Under the Scares of Buffy Watch Along on their Patreon. So check it out.
Amanda, what about you?
I can be found on the Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at Amanda Jane Stern. I am Witchy Wanderer on Letterboxd, and you can also hear me podcasting on Murder Made Fiction. This month is John List on the main feed and the Westfield Watcher on the Patreon. So it's Westfield month, which is currently where I am recording from.
Cool. And I forgot to write down what next week's episode was going to be on, so I just wrote Your Mom. Caitlin, you're muted, so we can't hear you.
Isn't it Tales from the Hood? I think? Okay.
Yes, correct. It's Tales from the Hood. That's what I was saying. I don't even know how I muted myself. I never mute myself, so
Magical
weird.
muting.
Next week's episode will be on the classic 90s horror anthology, Tales from the Hood. And I am so excited because this is one of those movies that I saw on like HBO late at night when I was a kid, and it scared the fuck out of me. But it's also really, really good. So
really good.
we're going to have a blast with that. But until then, do some aftercare, clean your toys, set healthy boundaries, and if something says no trespassing and no swimming, don't go in the fucking water.